right, so we have Shadow. Again, he is a 10-month-old Friesian Appaloosa cross. He is a stallion, and we are starting from scratch. He's basically been handled very few times. He's had a halter on a couple of times, but that doesn't count as being halter broken. So that means we've got to be able to get a rope around his neck. We've got to be able to have him come to us, as well as respect our space. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is, as soon as he looks towards me, I'm just going to kind of release some pressure away from him. And just kind of walk towards him. If he walks off, we're going to add a little pressure. So point the direction I want him to go. My right foot is going to lead that direction that I want him to go. And right now he's been going away from us a lot, but he's starting to drop his head. He's starting to do that licking and chewing thing. And when he's coming over here, he's starting to relax. Eventually, I'm going to kind of get in front of him a little bit, get him away from the gate, and he sees there's food over there. Kind of stood in his eye line. There we go. And he changed directions. So as long as I get in front of that drive line, that's going to get him to kind of move. Now, I'm behind him right now, which isn't a good place. We have his friend standing over there, just for a little emotional support. But mostly, the idea here is to just basically have him give in and finally decide that humans are not so bad. But I have to have him looking at me to do so. So this process may take quite some time. It just really depends. There we go. He looked at me. I released pressure. Gonna walk over towards him. He walked away. So it's the same thing as what we're doing is basically negative reinforcement. So when he does what we want, which is look at us and let us approach, then we have to give him his time. We do not add pressure. But as long as he's still walking away, we're going to keep continuing to push him away. Now we're going to stop. Now he's going to go look over at the mare. But he stopped. He's still walking forward. He seems to like standing over. There we go. Good. Good. Even though he's looking at a snack, he's still coming towards me, which is good. So release the pressure. Let him walk off. When he gets out to that point, let's add a little pressure. He's hearing all sorts of things going back and forth. You hear the trash truck going by. You hear everybody else going by. But this is a long process. We've already been at it for like an hour. And it's going to take longer with different horses. It really just depends on the horse. Now, I've seen stallions that are great, but usually that's because people have imprinted them since birth. That means handled them since they were babies. See, that's that stallion thing already, even though he's not fully grown yet. He already understands that he's in it for the ladies. So we have to make him think, you know, he has to be a good citizen. And this is part of walking, part of that process. So he comes to this spot over here. And this is where he has the tendency to kind of relax. Even when it's in a round pen, they do have certain now he turned his hips towards me, but now he's looking at me and I'm staying in front. You want to be able to go both directions. There we go. He turned towards me, so I relaxed and let him go. Just going to see if I can walk towards him a little bit. He walked off, so I'm going to push him off. Now, each session is only really going to last until we get a decent touch on him. With babies, short sessions are going to be the best way to do things. We don't want to overly stress them out, don't want to hurt them, but we do want to get something accomplished. Good. So right there, he stopped. He looked at me. That's good manners. He's letting me go get a little closer. That time he didn't quite get away. I stepped in front of him, but now he changed direction. Now let's push him away a little more. Go on. And he's picking his own speed of which he goes away. Obviously, I'm not adding that much pressure. I don't have a whip. I just have a rope. There we go. Now he's starting to spiral into the center a little bit, but he's not paying really attention to me. He's still paying attention to the outside. He's going to want that hay, and that might be more of his motivating factor. I got too far in front, but there we go. He's stopped. Now he's showing one sign of relaxation. That is the cocked hoof. He turned towards me, so I just release all pressure from him. But he's walking away. It's not what I want. So this message is, if you're going to walk away from me, we're going to push you away. But if you're going to look at me, I'm going to leave you alone. There you go. So he looks at me, licking and chewing. That means I'm not going to add any more pressure. But I'm going to start approaching him. He's licking and chewing. I gave him a break. Add a few more steps. Excuse me. Add another step. He's gotten a little nervous. I like the idea of adding the little snake step where it's just kind of to the side, a little bit in front, a little bit in back. Also going to let him know, hey, I have a cookie. Some of them are very motivated by cookies. Some of them not. But he seems to be pretty food. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Now, that was the best I've done. That was good. He didn't eat the cookie from my hand, but he knows I'm not going to kill him now. We're going to go straight back to it. Now he turned his butt away from me. Butt towards me. I didn't want that. Good. Now this time he looked at me. I gave him a little bit of a break, but I also want him to know. Oh. Rinse and repeat. It's really frustrating if you're expecting this to be a very quick process. It is not. This is hours and hours, and you may get closer and closer. Now he's kind of facing his butt towards the center, so I definitely changed that. Get him going a little bit more. Come on. Now this time, notice he's just walking off when I'm adding pressure. He's not trying to run away. Now I'm going to kind of get in front of him over here. Go back to pushing him again. I'm staying with my belly button pointed towards his hindquarters. Now I'm going to step in front of it. So this should cut off where he would be working for. Good. Now he looked at me. That's what I wanted him to do. I don't want him eating. I want him to look at me and maybe think about maybe grabbing a treat from me. He turned towards me. That was good. As long as I'm getting his eyes, not his heels. Now that was bad because he turned away from me. So we're going to add a little pressure. But see how he's going shorter and shorter distances before he really slows down. He's kind of getting fed up with this game as well. Good. So he looked at me, licking and chewing. Those are all signs that he's like, okay. All I want to do is a touch, dude. Up. I got real close with that trust right then. Didn't quite get to it. That's okay. There we go. Come on. Nope. Come on. Ooh. Nope, 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 nope. Good. Now he looked at me. Good. Ooh. Oh. At least he faced me that time. That was pretty good. That was much better than what he had done before. Remember? 2 eyes. Come on. There we go. I want him to turn to the inside. So I never offer him any pressure when he turns to the inside. I'm just going to try to get in front of him. See if he'll just let me go in for the touch. The difference there, he turned his butt towards me. So we add a little pressure. Come on. But he's not really pushing too far away. Ready. And nope. Not going to happen. Gotta keep going. It's kind of one of those things where you have to have timing and feel, and it takes a really long time, and sometimes it can be really frustrating. You got to try not to get frustrated, because remember, a horse can feel your heartbeat or your anxiety from 10 feet away. Being calm is probably the best thing you can do. There we go. Licking and chewing. We have stopping. Ears are pointed towards me. And as soon as I took that step, he felt pressure and went. Slowly but surely. There we go. He's going back to that spot where his mare is. But he stopped and he looked at me. However, he just changed direction. I don't like that hind end pointed towards me. There we go. So, as you can see, it's going to take time. And the plan is going to be trying to be consistent about it, trying to do at least 3 days in a row, keeping him in a smaller situation so we can come back and work multiple sessions and eventually be able to touch him and then be able to put that halter on him. So let's talk about stallions, folks. They're a little bit more difficult than mares or geldings, especially when they aren't started yet. They are going to take probably twice as long to work with and to get to a good point as some of your other horses. Now, there are exceptions, and especially if you're a stallion, you've been working with him since birth, but especially when you get one that really has not been handled or is basically not trained, it's going to take you a lot longer time.